Hey Stampers, welcome to Brandy's Cards and happy holidays. So today is a 10 and 20 holiday Christmas card. So yes, I have done some prep work and I have cut my cardstocks and I have done a little bit of extra prep work, but I'm excited to show you the process of putting all 10 of your cards together in kind of an assembly order, which I call my 10 and 20. So I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to use the Embellished Ornaments stamp set. So before I show you that, let's take a look here in the Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog, which is absolutely fantastic. This is Holiday Catalog 2015. So in here, there's some fantastic products, but one that I'm really excited to show you is the Embellished Ornaments. One of my friends, Peggy, she showed me one of her ornaments and I absolutely loved it. And so it's gotten my head and my wheels spinning, and I was really excited to make a card with this stamp set and framelits for you. So let's see, here on page 14 and 15, you're going to see the Embellished Ornaments, and I actually have the stamp set here. They're fairly large ornaments, so they really just kind of take up the space on your card, and they just are gorgeous standalone. They're so pretty. And then down here, you'll see the Thinlits. The Thinlits are fantastic. I actually have the ones that we're going to use today out. Now, you'll notice here on the Thinlits, you've got the ornate Thinlits that are really, really ornate, and they would be beautiful just standalone or with some foil or something behind them. Now, with those, I recommend that you use the precision plate. You'll notice that's on page 14. The reason that we recommend that is so that all of those little pieces just punch right out and that you're not like going, Brandy, this is making me cranky. Because we've all been there, and this precision plate really helps with that. Now, with that said, make sure that you do not use your precision plate with this type of framelit, because what it'll do is it'll bend it or warp it. So make sure that you don't use it with this type, but more of the ornate ones like this. All right, so before I keep going, I've got, my time is going here, so I've got a couple more minutes. I want to show you real quick. We've got the cording trimming on page 24. That's what we're going to use as well today. And then we're also going to use this fabulous Holiday Fancy Foil Designer Vellum. So, so, so pretty. So we're going to use the stars back there. So that's a holiday catalog. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've done a little bit of prep work, and I'm excited to show you exactly how I'm going to put my cards together. And if you are watching my video, if you'd leave me a comment, I'd love to pick a few viewers and send you guys a Christmas card. So I've made a lot of these cards in preparation for this video, and I'm going to make 10 more now, and I'm excited to send those out to you guys. So if you could leave me a note, I'd love to send you a card. All right, so here I go. I've got 10 pieces of basic black cardstock. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to fold these in half. And while I'm doing that, you know, you can use the bone folder. You're going to get probably a nicer, the bone folder is going to help you get a nicer fold right here, but I just typically use my fingers. So whatever works for you. And again, all of the sizes and dimensions will be on brandyscards.com, so you don't have to worry about how you're going to find the sizes, because I'm not going to state those here. But if you go to Brandy's Cards, you'll notice at the very top bar, the navigational bar, if you look up there, you're going to see a little tab that says Videos. If you click on that video, all of my videos should come up. And you should be able to find your project or find the name of the project. We're going to call this one Embellished Ornament. So you should be able to find it. And if you can't, feel free to send me an email on that little green button on Brandy's Cards, and I will be sure to get back with you and make sure that you have a link so that you can make one of these Christmas cards. All right, so I've just folded those in half. Now what I'm going to do is I always recommend stamp first. You know why? Because then you can flip it over and you've got the other side just in the event that you make a mistake. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got my Stays on Black here. And I'm going to start stamping a sentiment on the inside of my card. Now you don't have to do that, but I just really loved how this looked. And you know, I do get emails from my viewers and they say, well, Brandy, why don't you ever finish the inside of the card? So you know what, this one's for you guys. We're going to go ahead and stamp our greeting on the inside of the card. And again, the only reason that I'm doing this first without gluing it down is because then I have the opportunity to go, oh, that was bad, and flip it over, and then I'm not wasting any cardstock. So I've got about 2 or 3 here left. There's one. And again, I'm using Stays On Black. We also have a new archival black pad. That thing is fantastic. I actually need a refill of that one. The archival black is great. You can stamp with it, and you can watercolor and that sort of thing. So take a look at that. You'll see that in our catalog. Now I'm going to put a little Tombow glue, and you guys have seen me do this before. I like to glue my centers, or should I say the insides of my cards, I should say, to the top of my cardstock. The reason that I like to do that is because then all I have to do is just flip my card over and wham kabammo, it is like, it's there. It's just easier than, in my opinion, than opening the card and doing it the other way around. So now I'm just kind of gluing these down, and I'm putting them on the outside here, prepping them for what's yet to come. So I want to tell you guys that, you know, the embellished ornaments are fantastic, right? And the stamp set itself makes gorgeous ornaments. But I don't want you guys to forget that you can make just as beautiful cards and ornaments with just the framelits or the Thinlits. You don't always have to have the stamp set. And I know you guys look at me and go, but Brandy, you know, they go together. Yes, they do go together, and they are beautiful. But don't forget to get creative with just sometimes with your Thinlits. And that is what we're going to do today. So if you're watching the video and you're following along, you're going to want to grab your embossing powder. That's right. We're going to get our emboss on today, man. Let me tell you. We're going to emboss, and I'm going to show you exactly how I got this beautiful glossy glow to my ornament. All right, I've got one more to glue down, and then we're going to move on to putting the rest of our card together. All right, there we go. Okay, so this holiday vellum, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful and it's so luscious. I absolutely love it, and I know you will too. It is great. So there's 2 sides to this. You'll see one that's not as like shimmery or the gold foily. So we're going to put that side, the dull side, on the bottom and keep the pretty side up. Now to do this, you're going to need some mini glue dots. I have mine right here. Now with these, I recommend that you use your mini glue dot and you stick it behind each corner, but you find a part of the snowflake. The reason that you want to do that is so that it kind of hides it. The snowflake hides it, and then you don't necessarily see the mini glue dot. Now, some of you might say, well, Brandy, not all of my foil was cut to where, you know, I could hide it. You know, I have done these, like I said, I have made several of these for you guys in preparation to send some holiday cheer to all of you. And, you know, and I really it didn't bother me. So this is a really nice thick vellum, and I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Now, I want to tell you, I know you guys are wondering now, what color am I putting this vellum on top of? I am using Smoky Slate. And the reason that I chose Smoky Slate is, let me just stick this one down and I will show you. I started out when I started making this card and I thought, you know, what about white? And then I used the white, and let me show you here. And I just felt like it was beautiful, but I didn't necessarily think that it showed off my, my beautiful snowflakes as much as I wanted it to. So I put it on top of the Smoky Slate and I went, that is the ticket right there. But again, you know, it's just kind of whatever type of look you're going for and what you want your card to look like. There is certainly no right or wrong way, and you know, I only tried white and Smoky Slate behind it. Who knows? Silver or red or gold, who knows? There are endless possibilities when you are crafting. So here we go. I'm going to keep going. I've got a few more of these to do. Now I am going to point out, when you make this card at home, that this cardstock, the Smoky Slate, along with my vellum, they are cut to the exact same size. And I'm just putting a mini glue dot, the best that I can, hidden behind my snowflakes. And I'm just kind of layering it straight on top of my card. All right, here we go. We've got a couple more to go. There we go. And I'm going to put this right on top of here, and keep it going. Now I do want to point out that if you decide to buy the embellished ornaments, make sure that you buy it in a bundle if you're interested in both the stamp set as well as the Thinlits, because you're going to get a discount that way. And just so you know, the discount that you get, it's actually stated in the catalog. It's actually the price that it is what you get in the catalog. So the price stated, I should say, is what it's actually going to be. All right, so I have one more of these to do, and then we're going to move on to our embossing. Okay, one more of these, and then we are going to emboss. And I have to tell you, this vellum, wait till you guys lay your eyes on this vellum paper. It is just stunning. So very pretty. Okay, there we go. So we are all set there. Now let's get our ornaments out. So again, I have prepared a few ornaments, and I only did that for time. So I've got a few done here, but I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to run one through the Big Shot for you and show you exactly how I did that. I have my ornament, or my framelit here. I'm going to put it on top of my Big Shot, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and run through the pretty topper and the little flower that we're going to use on the top of our ornament today. So basically I've layered it up, I've made a sandwich, I'm going to run it through my Big Shot. I am not using the magnetic plate. However, you certainly can. You know, this ornament, because I'm not really putting it on a card right now, and I don't really need that precision, I just wanted it to pop right out. So this is just perfect for me to do that. All right, you guys see how good that just pops right out? And if it gets stuck in there, you can use a poker tool, or you can just use your scissors. And you'll notice here, these little pieces, they just pop right out. So I went ahead and prepared all of that for you guys, because I thought, you know, they don't want to watch me punch out a lot of holes. So I decided that I would just go ahead and do that part for you guys. Versamark is what we're going to use next. So check this out. Love me some Versamark. I'm going to use my scissors just because I want to keep my fingers clean. And I'm taking my Versamark, and I am just kind of making it, I'm just kind of like putting my Versamark all over my ornament. Now I do recommend having a Versamark refill available, just so you can kind of get it a little more goopy. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to sprinkle my embossing powder on top of here. And then we're going to heat this up, and we are going to have an absolutely beautiful shiny ornament. Now I have done it where I have stamped it. I have put Versamark heat and stick powder, and then I have done my dazzling diamonds. And you know, there are so many combinations. So, you know, just play with it and see what you like. So I've just put my Versamark, and now I'm putting my clear embossing powder. So this is just a Tupperware bin. It's just how I kind of keep all of my different embossing powders. And as a matter of fact, I think this one has been used so many times. There's a little debris, maybe some sparkles in here, as well as some, you know, sparkle or some, you know, things in here. I don't know if we're supposed to be in there, but it all works. It's perfectly fine. So that's clear embossing powder. I have my Stampin' Up heat tool. I'm going to use my scissors so that I don't heat up my fingers. And watch this. This is what I love. This is going to take our ordinary red to this absolutely stunning, gorgeous bulb. And it kind of reminds me of a true ornament. See that? And it just kind of really, and there's no effort here whatsoever. It is super easy. It's all coming along together beautifully, and it's melting beautifully. And now I don't recommend swishing back and forth, but yet just follow the embossing powder as it melts, and you'll get this beautiful ornament. Look at that, isn't that stunning? All right, so let's try this one. So pretty. Now just, can you imagine that in the blues or the greens? I mean, you can make all kinds of beautiful ornaments this way. And it just really adds this just beauty to this. There we go, we're just about done. There we have it, all done. Now you'll see here at the very top, I did not, I didn't put any embossing powder up there, but I didn't mind that. And the reason is because I have these beautiful little, oh, you know, these little guys here to go on the top of my ornament. So what I like to do is I like to stick these things right here on top of my mini glue dot. Now you could probably use, you know, a glue of some sort, but let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is 6, 7. I cannot count and talk at the same time. So you guys have to just bear with me here. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there is 10. Have you guys ever tried that? I am obviously not very good at that. So, so now you can use glue or you can use a mini glue dot. I like to use a mini glue dot. I feel like it's faster. And by sticking all those on there, I can just pull those guys right off. Super easy just to kind of pull right off of there and stick to the top of my ornament. And that I just, you know, oh, I should tell you that the paper that I've made these beautiful toppers and also the embellishment for my ornament. Originally, because of my move, I could not find my foil paper. And you know, Stampin' Up! Has gold and silver foil paper. Absolutely beautiful to work with. And it's got some, it's a little bit stiffer, so it's easier to work with as well. Well, I couldn't find mine. And so I was like, well, what should I do? I want that beautiful look to my ornaments. So I'll tell you what, this card right here is actually tin foil. And so see how easy it bends? Yeesh, we'll push that right back down. But that is actually tin foil. And so I started out that way and I thought, gosh, I love this card. I'm really excited to show a 10 and 20. But I don't think that I can work with tin foil in a manner that's going to be able to really highlight the beauty of this card for you, just because it's a lot more delicate and it's a little bit harder to work with. So right now what I'm doing is I have already pre-cut out 10 of these fabulous little, I don't know, do you want to call them snowflakes? And I've taken my cord trimming, my Stampin' Up! Cord trimming, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, I still can't count while I'm talking. 8, one more, 9, okay, last one, there we go. Okay, so I have taken that and I've already pre-done those. And the only reason that I did that is, again, it takes a while sometimes to tie these bows. So if you're not a bow tire, that's okay. I understand it's a little tedious and maybe a little bit of work, and it's hard for some folks to do that. So there are little tools and tricks. Sometimes you can use tie bows with a fork. If you decide not to do that, try a gem or a jewel. There's always another way. You do not have to do it just as I have done it. There's lots of different ways to do this. All right, so I'm sticking these down here in the center. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to assemble this card. That's right. We are going to assemble this card and we are going to have 10 beautiful holiday cards, plus the cards that I've already prepared to send to you guys. So I'm very excited about that. All right, so now I recommend flipping all of these guys over. Let's flip them over really, really quickly. And we are gonna add Stampin' Dimensionals behind them. So Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, they rock. Love them to pieces. And I know if you use them, you will too. They are the best. They are awesome, awesome, awesome. And I'm also planning on sending one of these cards to the ladies in my stamp clubs. So you gals will get one of these and I hope that you enjoy it and that you like it. I really appreciate you guys participating in Stamp Club. And if you haven't heard of Stamp Club, it is a club that I do for the ladies that, or the gentlemen that place a $25 order before shipping and tax. And we actually do that once a month. And there's usually 6 members in the club. And this gives everybody the opportunity to get the hostess benefits. So that's why it is so awesome. It's a lot of fun. And if there's some hostess sets that you're interested in, let me know. We can, you can join a stamp club. And I can let you know when the next club is starting and if we have an open spot and you can jump right in. Would love to have you aboard for that. So here we go. Here's my ornament. And I'm just going to stick that right here to the center of my card, just like that. Perfect. And we've got another one here. And it looks like I might have glued that down a little cattywamped there. All right, so let me fix that there. And you know, honestly, this stuff is just so nice. It's really durable. It's pretty amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick that down. And we're gonna keep on going here, sticking these down. Once we stick these down, then we're going to stamp our sentiments really quickly and add these to our card. All right, so again, this just kind of shows you the process that I go through when I put all of my cards together. And remember, the easiest thing to do is stamp first, start gluing the pieces together, add your beautiful embellishments, you know, and just kind of, you know, make it your own. And every card doesn't have to be exactly like the one before it. So just keep that in mind. Now I'm going to use this Rejoicing for You. I just think it's beautiful. I've just got a white strip cut. The white strip is cut the exact same size as my ornament. So I'm just stamping that in my Stays On Black because I love Stays On Black. Now we will stain your stamps, especially the photopolymer, and Stampin' Up! Does not recommend you using the Stays On Cleaner on your photopolymer. They do recommend that you stick with your mist. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I think what I'm going to do is I'll finish this up. I'll show you guys a couple of cards put together, and I think we'll be good to go. Okay, so let's just flip this guy over real quick. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these on here. Now, oh, it's the holidays. I have to tell you guys that I have a wish list out there. And if you guys haven't seen the wish list, you have to go find it. If you look on the navigational bar, you'll see an area where you can fill out a wish list. Now, what does that mean? Well, I just, you know, it was really kind of born, the idea kind of came from my mother-in-law because she wanted so badly to buy me for Christmas some Stampin' Up! Items. And the only way she could do it that she could think of was to go through my website. Well, the thing is then she knew that I would see that. So she kept trying to think, okay, how can, you know, how can I buy Brandy a couple of items that she'd really like to have? So anyway, what we ended up doing is I thought, you know what, that's a great way for others to be able to fill out your wish list and be able to give that to your husband or to your family member or to your friend who really wants to buy you that perfect gift. So I just thought that was kind of a neat idea. And then what you do is once you fill it out, you have the opportunity to put an email address in there. So you can put an email address in there of a family or a friend, and that'll email them your wish list, and then they can call me or email me, and I will help them pick out that perfect item for you, okay? So that is available. Okay, so let's just put a couple of these guys together, and then I think we'll wrap up today's project. So here we go. We're going to just fill this out. There you go. And I am going to stick this right here to the center. And before I do that, I just remembered, eek, have you guys ever done that? I know you guys have. We missed a step. I have just a white frame. See the difference? When you just stick it on here, I'm not going to stick it down, but I'm going to show you. See the difference? It really doesn't pop as well. But when you add the white behind it, it's like, oh yeah, there it goes. Oh, and I should mention that when you fill out your wish list, besides not only the wish list, but I also have gift certificates available. So if your family or friend would like to purchase a gift certificate, again, underneath the navigational bar on Brandy's cards, you'll find a place in there where you can buy a gift certificate. And so what I'll do is I will send them your gift certificate and with a Christmas card that they can package up and give to you. So please, you know, let your family and friends know about that as well, that those are available. And please know that if you do buy a gift certificate from me, that it would be used through Brandy's cards. You can actually use it through another demonstrator's website. So it's just really important to know that in the event that you know, you bought a gift certificate from me and then you'd have to use it through Brandy's cards. So I'm going to go ahead and flip one more of these, and I'm going to show you again how pretty it is here on the top. Oh my gosh, I just love it. And then I've got my little strip here, and I'm going to tuck it right underneath my ornament. I kind of liked my ornament overlapping, just like that. All right, So there you go. So check out this beautiful card. So it says, rejoicing with you, and then on the inside, and wishing you every blessing as we celebrate the birth of our Jesus, our Lord. So I just thought that was an absolutely stunning card. And as you can see, I'm not completely done, but that is the fun about the process of making multiple cards, and you know, and just kind of showing you how I do it, how it all comes together. And you know, when my family watches football and enjoys the season of sports and that sort of thing, I can sit there and enjoy it with them. If I have all of my parts and pieces stamped and ready to go, I can kind of put it together right there next to them. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed today's project and tutorial, and I hope that you give one of these cards a try. I think that you'll really enjoy it. It's super easy, and embossing powder as well as the glitter of any sort always makes things festive and fun. So thank you so much for stopping by Brandy's Cards, and I hope that you have a blessed day.